Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today I'm reviewing Ryu versus Black Widow, Marvel versus Capcom. Now I bought this set loose, so there's no box, so I can't unbox it. But I have got the Mega Man X versus Iron Man pack in the box, which I'll be reviewing and unboxing for you in the future. These sets aren't new, but they are really nice. So before we look at Black Widow and Ryu, we'll look at the accessories first. Black Widow comes with two pistols, small but quite nice. She also comes with this loose holster around her waist, which will hold both pistols at slightly different heights. Okay, Ryu has a spare set of hands ready for his fireball, Hadouken? I don't know. Hadouken. And he also comes with the fireball and the stand for the fireball, or the sort of rush. Looks pretty damn good. Okay, we'll come back to Ryu and his stuff in a minute. Let's look at Black Widow. Now, I have shown her previously on my AMN Prospector video. This is a really nice looking figure. The head sculpt is top notch. Really good. Struggling to focus a little bit there. Really nice. Articulation is quite good, but there's nothing in the waist, not even a turn. There's no waist articulation. So head is on normal left and right. There is no side to side. There is minimal down and up. Shoulders really good going up there. I mean, we're talking proper good there. Nothing in the waist. On the legs, you can get forwards this far, which is not great. If you manage to twist around the hip joint, you may get more. There we go. If you twist around the hip joint, you'll get more articulation. Okay, outwards again, you have to twist the hip joint around again, and you'll get, relatively decent outwards articulation. But it's worth noting that her holster will get in the way. So it's not too bad. Sorry, elbows I missed. She's just slightly shy of 90 degrees. It's okay. The knees is a double knee joint, so she gets a really tight flex on her leg. And then she has these articulated ankles with the sort of platform wedge shoes. They look nice, but in certain positions, it looks like her ankle has snapped. But it's really good articulation, so really good articulation there. Going backwards and again going forwards. I mean, check out that Michael Jackson pose. Woohoo! Really good articulation again. But there is a nothing side to side or a little bit of movement. There's no turn. There is a twist on the thigh, but it's a little bit difficult to separate it perhaps from the actual hip twist. So articulation is acceptable, not great. Okay, pistols do fit nicely into the holsters. You have to push them in a little bit. And she does look the part when they are in there. Looks pretty good. Take them out. If you look at her hands, one hand, the right hand seems better suited to holding the pistol because there's one finger out in a sort of like a trigger position, but let's see how she holds them. The head fingers are a bit too stiff for my liking. I like slightly more rubbery fingers because I don't feel like I'm going to break rubbery fingers, but these sort of plasticky ones, you get a bit nervous sometimes. And this hand doesn't have that finger, so it'd be slightly different. Let's see how she holds this. Woo, this hand is tight. Yeah, this hand would be nicer if there was that finger. I might be tempted to cut the plastic between her fingers just so she can hold this gun better, because at the moment there's a finger that wants to go in there and it can't. Okay, so the left hand is not going to hold the gun particularly well unless you're going to cut that finger. You can see there it looks a bit strange, but the right hand holds her gun really quite well, and she is actually very easy to stand. The feet are small, but they're very stable. She stands really well. You can see she's holding this gun kind of funky, but this gun she holds really quite well. She is a really nice figure indeed. The best 1/18 scale Black Widow, though you could make a nicer one out of boss fight or Marauder if you wanted, but definitely worth getting it for this head sculpt. And nice accessories here. Okay, let's put to the side. See if we can still see her over there. Okay, so Ryu comes with this vest which comes off, this gi top which comes off, fitting his muscular body. It's just pegs into holes. You want to do his gi top nice and tight again, which is not as easy as it sounds, but it does go back in. So the top one's in, but the bottom one's not. Okay. You may want to take his vest off for some of the articulation because it will impinge on his legs a little bit. Let's see how easy it is to take this off. Yeah, I may want to take his arm out as well. Yeah, I don't want to do that without going to the hot water, but I'll see if I would do it. Will it come through? No. That I'd have to hot water and pop. I don't want to force it. I'll look at his articulation, and if this does get in the way, I will let you know. So, starting with the head. By the way, this head is amazing. This is a really, really accurate Ryu. Really, really good. So, left and right. He gets minimal up and down, slightly more than Black Widow. There's no side to side. Shoulders. Let's go the upwards way. He gets pretty good. More than flat, 108 degrees, but his muscularity gets in the way there. Okay, elbows. I had to force his left elbow to bend, and now I forced it. It's really nice. Before it just was not bending at all. So elbows, he gets a, let's have a look. He gets a really nice bend on his elbows. He gets more or past the 90-degree mark. So he looks pretty damn good. Okay, so that is really, really nice there. Okay, he does have waist articulation. You can see, or chest articulation here. So he can move and he can turn. So he's better than Black Widow there. Legs. Now this is going to be disappointing. He has a different setup on his hips. There's not a separate joint than a thigh twist. There's no thigh twist. His legs cannot go very far apart, which means Ryu needs to go back to stretching school because he can't do his signature kicks or his whirlwind kicks. That's about as far as he'll go. Knees is a double knee joint, but the moulding on his calf muscles prevents him getting really too far. He does get beyond 90 degrees, but that's not really acceptable on a double knee joint. Feet are nicely sculpted. They go quite far forwards. So again, he can do a touch of the Michael Jacksons. And they go really far backwards. So again, he can do wee Michael Jacksons again. Okay, so pretty good. So let's swap his arms around and look at him doing his Hadouken, his fireball. Or is Hadouken the uppercut? I forget. So this hand is good for the uppercut. In fact, both these other hands are good for uppercuts. Okay, so if I just pull and twist, his hands do come out relatively easily. And they're relatively thick peg compared to many other hand pegs, which means they're quite strong, which is well thought out by Hasbro there. Let's make sure his hands are in the right way. So I can get him in a sort of a half decent pose as well. I start having Street Fighter then. Difficult. The bottom hand getting right is quite easy. This one, but doing that one is going to be slightly harder to get right. But you can get. Let's get this twisted around a bit. Okay, that's going to have to be close enough for now. So I can get the balance as well, which might be more difficult because he's on these toes on the back leg. Yeah, balance will be awkward unless I get, there we go. So that's not too bad, the pose there. This leg needs to be, foot needs to be straight. Let's see now. Looks better from this side, I think. Okay, so he can do this pose. He's got his fireball. Flung over, and then here we have, let's get Black Widow into a pose as well. We have Black Widow shooting back at Ryu. His arm up slightly. That pose is pretty crap, I'm honest. Never mind. So it's actually not that easy, but she hasn't got a waist twist to get the suitable pose. But she is a great figure nonetheless. Okay, that's slightly better. So it looks pretty effective, particularly Ryu in the pose with a fireball flying towards Black Widow. That's pretty good. If you could do that, so they've been hit by the fireball, that looked pretty good too. I'm not sure if I could do it without having waist articulation on her. And even if I did, how's she going to be supporting? You know, unless it's like something like she's holding onto the fireball like that. But the fireball's balance is mainly at the back, not the front. And it doesn't look the same if I'm doing it like that. You know, it looks a bit nonsense if it's like that. But that was how it would balance. But it is a really, really nice set. And it is worth picking up if you can find one. I will put some links in the description to eBay or Amazon if I can find them on there for you guys to look if you're interested in getting one. I would recommend it because I really like this set. It is really, really quite nice. Particularly Ryu and having that fireball effect. And if you're into like fantasy, boss fight studios, etc., it's always good to have a fireball that you can use for your dioramas and your figures as well. So this is a really, really, really lovely, cool set. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share, and subscribe. Be back soon and more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy and keep collecting, okay? Bye-bye.